myself Arun Shiva. I am going to share flight instruments. Introductions. First of all, see the history. The very first aircraft had little or no flight instruments. Flying during bad weather was risk. Navigation depended on pilot ability to use landmarks or depth reckoning. See the flying instruments. As airwheel pilots begins flying at night, and in all kind of weather in 1920s, new instruments were developed to enable the aircraft to fly. Definitions. Flight instruments. The instruments that used to display the aircraft instruments and to control the orientation of aircraft during flight. Next, see the birth of flight instruments. September 24, 1929, first flying blind performed by Jimmy Doolittle's. Flying blind means fly by the aid of flying instrument only, without a view of outside of the cockpit. Now see the first flight instruments. Visual radio direction finder, artificial horizon, barometric altimeter. Visual radio directional finder using vibration system to direct the aircraft. The closer the plane is to the beacon, the more intense the vibrations. Artificial horizons showed the orientation of the flying aircraft in relations to the ground. Barometric altimeters shows how far the aircraft above the ground level. They will sensitive record the time and therefore the distance from the aircraft to the ground. Now see why flight instruments so important. Because to enable the aircraft fly through the bad weather condition and during night, to ensure the safety and reliability operations, to give the early warning about any failures of aircraft systems or parts so that the pilot would take the immediate actions. Next, see the basic flight instruments. There are 6 basic instruments are there. Airspeed indicator, altitude indicator, attitude indicator, turn indicator, heading indicator, vertical speed indicator. There are 6 indicators are basic instruments. Okay. So these are the indicators. First, see the Cessna 172, Piper 28A, TR 72, Boeing 747-400. First of all, see the altimeter. Altimeter is also called a altitude meter to indicate how high the aircraft is from sea level, measured in feet. It works by measuring air pressure that enter throughout the pilot static systems. Airspeed increases and decreases as aircraft descends and climbs. Now see the airspeed indicator. Tells the pilot how the fast plane is going to show the aircraft speed relative to surrounding air. The speed is measured in knots. The aircraft can be calculated by measuring the difference of air pressure. Air pressure is measuring using the pilot static systems. Next, see the vertical speed indicator. To display the vertical speed of the aircraft, it is used to maintain the proper rate of climb and rate of descent, measuring the feet per minute. Rate of change is also measured based on air pressure difference through static systems. These are the systems will work. See this picture. These are the pitot tube. Okay. Fourth, altitude meter. Altitude meter or indicator to shows the aircraft altitude relative to the horizon. Altitude indicator is also as a artificial horizon. It shows whether wings are level or not in the weather. Aircraft pitch up or down. Next, see the attitude indicator examples. These are the attitude indicator examples. See this. See the heading indicator to display aircraft heading or direction with respect to Earth magnetic north, and it also called directional gyro or gyro compass. Use of gyroscope. Okay, when the aircraft turns, the needle indicates which direction it in heading. Okay, measuring degrees, 0 north, 90 is west. So these are the degrees, it measured in degrees. Okay. Sixth of tan indicator to display the direction of tan and rate of tan used to gyroscope. And for example, direction of roll while the aircraft is rolling, measuring degree per minute. So see this picture, it will shows the tan indicator. Now we can use the modern flight instruments. Glass cockpit. What is the glass cockpit? So see, these are the glass cockpit. History. In 1970, NASA conducted research on flight instrument displays. 1982, the success of NASA LED glass cockpit work is reflected in the total acceptance of electronic flight displays. Boeing 767. By the end of 1990s, LCD display panels were increasingly favorable among the aircraft manufacturers because of their efficiency, reliability and legibility. So nowadays, the modern aircraft such as Boeing 777 and 787, 747, 400 and 767, 400ER and also Airbus A330 and A320, 380, 350 are fitted with the glass cockpits only. It will consist of the liquid crystal displays, LCD units. Okay. A glass cockpit, it is a aircraft cockpit that features EFIS, Electronic Flight Instrument Systems. On a glass cockpit aircraft, traditional flight instruments are replaced by a EFIS throughout LCD screen displays. Flight information in the most conventional from each screen integration several instruments. Electronic Flight Instrument Systems, EFIS. So see, these are the using Electronic Flight Instrument Systems. Apache cockpit, FA-18 glass cockpits, Boeing 777 cockpits, Bell 430 cockpits. A light aircraft might be equipped with one display units on which are displayed files or navigational data. A wide body aircraft is likely to have 6 or more display units. Okay. installations will have the following components: primary flight display, navigation display, electronic centralized aircraft monitor, flight management systems. First of all, see the primary flight display, PFD. Okay, so see, these are the indicators. Okay, PFD replaces the traditional flight instruments. The PFD displays all information critical to the flight, including airspeed, altitude, heading and altitude and vertical speeds. Primary flight displays are also increasing awareness by alerting the air crew to potential hazardous conditions. For example, low speeds, airspeed and high rate of descents, by changing the color or shape of the display or by providing audio alerts. Okay, these are the PFD, primary flight displays. And also, PFD is designed to improve the pilot situation awareness by integrating all information into a single display. So these are the main points, and is also designed to reduce the amount of time necessary to monitor the instruments. Second, we'll see navigation display, ND. These are the display. We can see this. Next is see the navigations. So similar, these four sources. Navigation displays shows navigational information from multiple systems like VOR, DME, ILS. So it also display weather informations on board radar or lighting defection sensors. Similar with the PFD, the ND means navigation displays, can change the color or shape of the data to alert the air crew to hazardous situations. Okay. Next of all, see the electronic centralized aircraft monitor, ECAM. Electronic centralized aircraft monitor is also known as MFD, multifunction displays. Monitors the overall aircraft systems, include its fuel, electrical and engine systems. Give the pilot warning when there is a malfunctions. For example, if an engine begins to lose pressure, oil pressure, there might be sound of an alert. Switch the display to the page with the oil system informations and outline the low oil pressure data with a red box. These are using the electronic centralized aircraft monitor. The upper electronic centralized aircraft monitor display engines, flap settings, fuel quantity and alerting informations. And the lower electronic centralized aircraft monitor will show display various system parameters. Okay. So see, these are the flight instruments. First of all, see this PFD and the middle will MFD and also two screen will be ND. Okay. And next we will see flight management system, FMS. Flight management system is the aviation that hold the flight plan and allow the pilot to modify as required in the flight. Give the position and plan. The FMS guides the aircraft along the flight plan. The flight management system is normally controlled by the multi-function controlled display units, MCDU. the autopilot systems. Autopilot is a computer device that can fly an airplane on its own without a pilot. Okay, this system is only fully controlled by computer, mostly used on the long flights. However, pilot is always present to monitor and check it whether the flight is going according to the plan or not. Okay, these are the autopilot systems. Thank you for watching, and also thank you.